Welcome to WWE Attitude Years 2000, where Triple H buried everyone, The Rock roasted everything, and Vince McMahon was out here beefing with his kids. TLC got brutal. The Radicalz bailed on WCW, and nothing made sense, but we loved every second. Hop into our time machine, and let's get uncensored.
What's up, everyone? You're checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity NC, and I'm joined by my own hot commodity, who's here today eating ice cream, so we can't say hi.
I said, what's up?
We are getting ready to jump into our time machine to cover the Attitude Years Season 3, and we're almost at the end of 2000. We've got like 2 more episodes to go, and then we're actually hitting Season 4. So be on the lookout for that when that comes out. We've got Heat Wave coming up, AEW Forbidden Door London, Clash in Paris. A lot of current stuff going on, so make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. So we're going to talk about first what happened on this date back in December 21st, 2000. President Clinton signed the Life Act, which allowed illegal immigrants to apply for a green card. Before that, they couldn't.
That was good, I guess.
Madonna threatened to cancel her son Rocco's baptism due to media attention, which I'm sure everyone gave a flying fuck about.
Who gives a fuck?
And the Golden Globes nominations were announced. Gladiator and Traffic got 5 nominees. And that's what happened on Thursday, December 21st.
I have never even heard of Traffic, but Gladiator was good.
So SmackDown, like we said, is December 21st, 2000, live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley come out holding hands. And they're bragging about everything that's happened the past week. Vince says, in the tradition of the holiday spirit, I have a confession to make. I am not a role model. I know I probably just burst someone's bubble. It's not all right to drive your wife to a nervous breakdown and then to fire Mick Foley during Christmas time. It's okay for me because I'm Vince McMahon. I owe a lot to Daddy's little girl. Then Stephanie takes the mic and says, you're giving me too much credit. It's all thanks to you. You instilled in me so many values. You taught me to find weakness in people. Mom let her heart get between her brain. I love Mom. She's just not right for the job, but you are. You're the most honest man I know. I am so proud of you. And then Vince says, Merry Christmas. And then we go backstage and Vince tells Stephanie to go home and be with Triple H. And then Steph leaves, and then Trish Stratus comes up and flirts with Vince and wants Vince to book Jacqueline versus Ivory for tonight. And Vince says, okay, let's go find somewhere warm. So Vince is happy. He got his way. Linda's had a nervous breakdown. Mick Foley's fired. And now Trish is flirting with him. So if you're Vince McMahon, you are feeling higher than me right now. I'm not even high. So good opening segment. We knew Vince was going to brag.
The only thing he's got going for him is Trish.
We see the Dudley Boyz defeat Lowdown with Tiger Ali Singh after Tiger accidentally clotheslines Chaz, and then the Dudleys landed 3D. Basic tag opener. There weren't a lot of tag teams aside from Edge, Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys, so they have to put the Dudleys against a random team, and of course it was Lowdown. They don't do much after this, so, you know.
Lowdown?
Just basic, yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering that myself. I'm like, how much longer are they going to keep these people?
Not much more.
Does D'Lo still wrestle, or is he about to?
He wrestles, but doesn't do like anything really. WWF Women's Champion Ivory is defending against Jacqueline. Before the match, Ivory says that she needs to make an example out of Jacqueline, just like she did to China. Jacqueline lands a drop kick. Ivory lands a Northern Lights suplex bridge for a 2 count. Right 2 censor come out, and Jacqueline baseball slides them, allowing Ivory to get the roll of victory. After Ivory and Right 2 Censor sort of bombard Jacqueline, and the APA run out to make the save and take out Right 2 Censor. That which Ivory retains, but the APA, though, is not going to allow that Right 2 Censor to fuck with Jacqueline. That was good seeing them help.
And Right to Censor kind of like lost their mojo. They're not the only champion they have right now is Ivory, and at this time the women's championship means nothing. So they're not tag team champions anymore. They just suck.
Vince McMahon confronts Deborah and he offers her a position to be his lieutenant commissioner. Edge, Christian, the WWF champion Kurt Angle arrive backstage. Vince, we have a lot of backstage stuff this episode. Vince talks to Stone Cold and asks him to be the referee for the European Championship match. And Austin's like, I'm here wrestling. You put me in a referee position. He's not too happy about that. We then see Chris Jericho and the Hardy Boys defeat the Radicalz, which is Perry Saturn, light heavyweight champion Dean Malenko, and Intercontinental champion Chris Benoit. Leaders with the Hardys, Terry's with the Radicalz. Jeff lands a Swanton bomb to Dean, and then the Hardys flapjack Terry onto Perry. And you see Terry's blonde, like, fucking thong popping out because her skirt's lifted up in that moment. Yeah. Jericho lands a bulldog to Dean and the Lion Salt, and Jericho and the Hardys defeat the Radicalz here on SmackDown.
It's funny you mention that because I was really surprised that like Jerry Lawler wasn't making comments about Terry's thong.
Yeah,
so I felt like maybe it wasn't supposed to happen.
European champion William Regal defends against Hardcore Holly with special guest referee Stone Cold Steve Austin next. Austin has like spray paint Ref 316 on the back of his shirt. William goes for an early pin, but Austin drinks beer while William gets the pinfall. Austin goes on commentary. Regal accidentally bumps into Austin, so then Austin lands a stunner to both Regal and Hardcore Holly. Kane comes out. Regal pokes Austin in the eyes, and Kane chokeslams Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kane, what the fuck? No contest in this match, but Kane's had a weird like progression. He's fighting Jericho, now he's going after Austin. He did attack Austin on Raw, so at least the storyline's making sense. But
yeah, I kind of feel like during this period that Kane was just kind of like lost, and they were just kind of like sticking him in random places, which I don't understand because Kane had such a good story. And they could have done like good storylines with him, and they're just like making him like an extra at this point.
I hear you. Yeah, Kane's just there, but he does have a good Royal Rumble. We see Crash and Maya Holly taking on Kaientai next, and Kaientai have their voices dubbed by Shane McMahon, and Funaki says it's famous indeed. As a kid, I used to find this shit funny, but as an adult, it's kind of stupid. Molly slaps Taka and lands a missile dropkick to Funaki, and Crash lands a springboard bulldog. Crash and Molly get the win, and really nothing.
Yeah, we never see Taka Michinoku even fight anymore. This was totally just like to make Molly and Crash like look dominant
and look relevant, I guess. Hardcore champion Steve Blackman defeats Raven in a hardcore match. Raven accidentally crossbodies a fan, which is obviously a plant. We see then Blackman land a DDT to Raven onto a trash can. Steve Blackman retains. Really nothing special about this match. Yeah. This has been a very basic SmackDown, honestly. The end of the year is coming up, so it's like we've got a couple weeks till Royal Rumble, so they don't want to start the storylines right now, so it's kind of stagnant.
Yeah, it'll probably get really good the next month because it's WrestleMania season.
We then see Billy Gunn defeat Steven Richards after the Sleeper Slam. And Billy Gunn is avenging China here. Again, really nothing special about this match, but good to see Billy Gunn get the win.
Yeah.
And then our main event, WWF Tag Team Champions, The Undertaker and The Rock defending against Edge and Christian. We find out before the bell that WWF Champion Kurt Angle is a special guest referee for this match. Undertaker lands a last ride to Edge, but Angle doesn't count the pin, so Rock hits a rock bomb to Angle. Undertaker chokeslams Edge, and then Earl Hebner runs out, but Edge kicks out. Rock hits a spine buster to Edge, and then Angle lays out The Rock with an Olympic slam. Edge gets the pin, and we have new WWF Tag Team Champions, Edge and Christian, thanks to Kurt Angle. What do you think? I mean, Vince McMahon, things are going his way tonight.
My question is, I just don't get why they made The Rock and Undertaker champions at all, because it didn't do anything. Like, if they got into a big fight at the end of the match and blamed each other, or there was just no purpose for it. It was like they were champions for 1 week, and they lost it.
Not
and
even a
nothing
week.
even happened.
A couple of days.
Yeah, like from Monday to
I think
Friday,
it was just a surprise
and
people,
nothing
I think.
like happened, so it was dumb.
Yeah. I forgot they even won the titles, to be honest. But what was your best attitude moment of the night? There really wasn't a lot of moments to talk about here, but
I would say the attitude moment was Vince McMahon's promo with Stephanie.
yeah. Other than that, I mean, Kurt Angle fucking up The Rock, Austin,
Austin being right.
With the whole beer not counting for Regal, that was fun. But basic episode of SmackDown, we're almost at the end of 2000, like I said earlier. We've got one more Raw and one more SmackDown. Royal Rumble's on the way. I'm excited for you, Ant, to see all of that. So leave a comment. What was your favorite moment from this episode? And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.